Hello.
Woo! Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here.
We did it. Hi everyone. Welcome to Signal X MTPRIDE, the 8th lockdown Signal Online and our first ever collaboration. Say hi everyone.
Hello. Hi everyone.
Oh, that was bad.
We
That
made the
wasn't
same
planned.
joke.
Thank you for sticking with us. As you'll appreciate, when you've got nearly 40 people's internet connections and various tech situations to deal with, even a couple of flies in the ointment can really get sticky. But we continue to be proud to bring you this live. As I always say, there's something very nice in this time of no theatre, of actually all sharing the same risks, sharing the same moment, and being together, if only in this way. So thank you. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Adam Linson. I'm a director and producer based in London. Should we introduce everyone?
Yeah.
We should go.
Who wants to go first?
Let's start top left. You go, Meg.
Okay. Hello, I'm Meg. I use what pronouns do I use? They, them. They're the ones. I should remember them. And I am a musical theatre composer / singer. And yeah, that's me. I'm writing several musicals, including The Phase with Zoe Morris, and Camp In Between with Laura McGrady, my sibling. And that's me.
Awesome. Hello. I'm Lucy. I've been spending the last 3 weeks working with these two wonderful people, and Adam has been slaving away behind the scenes with a lovely Chris as well. I am mostly a performer, but also I dabble in producing, especially when it comes to the gays. And I'm absolutely thrilled to be involved tonight. It's going to be a great night, and I think we'll all enjoy it more for having had an extra hour of drinking beforehand. So, cheers.
We should also say that we're queerly, right? Well, whichever side you're on. We're queerly. Has to.
Yeah, so Queerly Productions is me and the wonderful Meg. So we work on producing work that is specifically for trans individuals and queer women, and just like specifically focused on bringing the narrative background to members of the LGBTQ plus community who haven't always historically been the best represented.
Matt Powell.
Boom. That's my name. I'm Matt Powell. My pronouns are he, they. And I am a producer. I own MP Theatricals, and like the past, we've done this in about 5 weeks, which is a little bit bonkers. All of madness come together in 5 weeks, and it's been truly like some of the most magical time ever. To be working with these wonderful people and to just be seeing some really lovely queer musical magic come to life. And you are in for an absolute treat this evening with some beautiful stuff. I'll hand it over to Adam. That way or that way, I don't know.
Yeah, we're not quite sure whether we're mirrored or not. I'm not sure either. So forgive us that, but we can all see each other. We just aren't quite sure in which orientation horizontally we live. So yeah, I guess you'll hear from us throughout the night. I'm going to be co-hosting with Meg in the corner. So you'll be hearing from Meg and I, and Lucy and Matt, I'm sure, will be back. Just to say, obviously, because we've been starting a little later, I mean, I have no concept of what time really means anymore. The only reason that I have a concept of time is because of when these YouTube links start for me, which maybe says something about my life. But we have lost some audience members because of the fact that we've started a bit late. So as a special favor to all of the incredible artists who are singing, performing, writing tonight, because that's really why we're here, please can you tweet and social media up a storm? Please can you actually WhatsApp and call some people and tell them if they happen to be around watching Netflix tonight, then maybe they should be here instead, because there are two very intersecting and special causes tonight, one of which is writers and new musical theatre, and the other of which is MTPRIDE. And the fact that these two things have kind of intersected together is hugely moving. It's a kind of a collaboration of projects that each of us have been working on through lockdown, and we there's a sense that the live stream moment is slightly changing, that not everybody wants to kind of log in every week and watch a live stream, that we're kind of hungry as the sun comes out a bit more to go sit in the park a bit more. So the dynamics of these are going to be shifting. There aren't going to be one of these every single week anymore. So this is sort of a little bit of a party and somewhat of a swan song. That doesn't mean we're done. It just means, well, it doesn't mean I'm done. It doesn't mean Matt Powell and Quayle Productions aren't done either. But it does mean that there's somewhat of an after party feel to tonight in what we're up to. So we'd really love to go out with a bang. As you know, with the stream, people can join anytime, and then they can go back and watch what they missed. So try and light up the sky for us if you can. You know, we've all been working very, very hard for, it won't surprise you to know, no remuneration of any sort, and this is a passion project, and in situations like in theatre where there are people with so much and people with so few, like, be on the side of the people that have so little, you know, that are like making this out of paper clips and string and cardboard. Like, be on their side, be on our side if you can. And you know, you'll often hear me talking about inequality within theatre, because it is an unequal thing, especially musical theatre. There are people with so much and there are people with so little. So be on our side, be at the bonfire tonight, be at part of MT Pride, and thank you. All right, I waffled up front. Anyone have anything else to say?
Yes. That's all
right.
to say is yes.
Okay, thank you. Well, it's nice to have a little audience, even if it's just you three, because normally you don't get any response when you're just talking into the void. You just hope people are hearing. All right. So should we go for it? Should we go for it? Should we go for
Let's
our
go
first?
for it.
Let's do it.
I'm excited about our first act.
Meg, tell us about our first act.
So our first act, I had the pleasure of working with a year ago, these two writers. I was lucky enough to have a place on the Bridge course at the Brit School, which is a course dedicated to developing new musical theatre writing for young people. For an entire school year, once a week, we met with these two wonderful writers to develop their show and essentially be doing a long workshop, which was a wonderful, wonderful process. The result was The Sandman, which was premiered at the Southwark Playhouse last year, pretty much a year ago. And all the characters were written without gender, which meant we ended up having a cast with a lovely lesbian love triangle at the centre. And to tell you more about this song in particular, I'm going to hand you over to Harry Blake and Jennifer Fletcher. Take it away, guys.
Hello, it's just Harry Blake, no Jennifer Fletcher, I'm afraid, but hello, I'm Harry. It's just such an honour to be here as part of this community of amazing queer artists, so thank you for organising this, thanks for inviting me, and thanks for watching. My co-writer Jen can't be here, unfortunately, but she's watching from Cornwall, and we're both super thrilled to be sharing a song from The Sandman. Like Meg said, this is a show we created in collaboration with the Brit School Bridge Company last year. And yeah, this song is set outside the psychiatric ward of a hospital, where one of the characters, Kaz, is trying to get the courage to visit their ex-partner, Nat. But before they can do that, they need to acknowledge some truths about their relationship. So I'm so proud and excited to have the incredible H. Wiley performing it, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
I wish that I had been there to lift you when you fell. Wish I could try again to change what happened then. I wish that I could make you well. I wish that I could heal you. I wish I had the key. Wish I could stop the hurt. Wish I could stop the pain. I wish that I could set you free. Here I am in this car park with these supermarket flowers, and I can't walk through that door. Down the hall, round round the corner, past the desk to the waiting room. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I wish that you were better. I wish that I could help. I wish that you would tell me all the things I have to tell myself. I wish that you could love me. I think I always knew that when you looked at me, you could never see all the things I saw in you.
Wow, the incredible H.
What a
Wiley.
stunning performance. Oh my god, I love that song so much, and H just smashed it out of the park.
As per usual. Thanks, H.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's next, Meg?
Next, we have a new song from a brand new show, which I've had the pleasure of kind of sitting in on and being involved in. But I'm not writing for this show. This isn't my song for tonight. So back in September, I believe it was last year, Jude Taylor approached me and Teddy Lamb and Robin Samoys de Silva about the potential to write a kind of trans song cycle with like all four of us collaborating on it. And for half a year, we can get together really because we're just so busy. And then lockdown happened and we were like, finally, we have time to maybe talk about this project. And it's still very much in the early development stages, but I'm really excited that we can premiere a new song from it tonight, which Teddy and Robin have written.
And I'm really excited because I'm a big comic book fan, and thematically, I think this fits the bill.
Yes.
Amazing. All right, so going live now to tell us about it. Robin, here we go.
Hello, I am Robin Samoys de Silva and my pronouns are he, they, these are my children, and I am meant to be Teddy Lamb. My collaborator and friend Teddy was meant to be doing this intro, but sadly due to the time change she was unable to, so I will have to do. Firstly, the transcript and lyrics of what I'm saying and singing can be found on my Twitter, @Robin_SDS. That's ROBIN_SDS. During lockdown, I've had the pleasure of collaborating with 3 incredible creatives on a song cycle we're hoping to premiere at some point in 2021. This particular song is written by myself and Teddy, but we're also collaborating with Meg McGrady and Jude Taylor, who are both also involved in tonight. This song, currently called Peter, is set just before and then during a Halloween party when our young trans protagonist is dressed as Spider-Man. But due to a recent breakup, the costume doesn't bring the gender euphoria he expected. Teddy had been hoping to tell you that these are the very first lyrics they've ever written, and to request that you be kind to them, but they're just really good, so it won't be an issue. This song is called Peter. We saw it 3 times at the cinema. She got salted, I got sweet. We sat side by side and began to eat as the ads played on and on and on. By the time it started, we were finished. We curled up together to scream and shout as he battled his demons and took the bad guys out. And now she's calling me Peter, I'm calling her MJ. All of our friends keep saying that we're so gay. We're watching all the sequels and reading all the comics. We're making Marvel cupcakes and home economics. We're kissing upside down and she bites my tongue. My spandex doesn't fit, it's all going kinda wrong. Now the said she didn't wanna be that queer, but I'm still Peter without my MJ. Maybe Gwen Stacy will come and save the day. My binder pokes through and my hips stick out in this costume I thought would make me feel I'm allowed to be anyone, but I would rather be anyone else. Cause she called me Peter and I called her MJ. All of our friends would say we were so gay. We watched all of the sequels and read all of the comics. We made Marvel cupcakes and home economics. When we kissed upside down and she sprained her neck, her spandex didn't fit. It was all a total wreck. Just let me be Bruce Banner or the one with the hammer. I could be Hawkeye or that Superman guy. Let me be mean and green so I don't have to be seen as me behind a mask. My God, I wanna shoot my web and swing out of here. I wanna find somewhere in this stratosphere where I can just fit in, where I can just begin to be me without you. But while I wait, there's a Daphne and a Velma and a Diana Ross. But you're not here, so I don't give a toss. There's one Obama, 3 Frankensteins. You said you might come, so there's still time. But I won't hold my breath. You're not coming, I guess.
I cannot talk about how seriously I love this show, and I love working with these incredible writers. Like, Robin, that is such a good song, and I'm going to be obsessed with it till the day I die. But carrying on, our next writer is another dear friend of mine who, for the first couple of months of knowing them, didn't mention the fact that they wrote music until they asked me to listen to some of their demos for their musical Borrowed. And I instantly fell in love with it simply because of their unique style. And you know, I've been asking to hear any new songs since, but they kind of don't like sharing stuff. So I made them take part in this event so I could listen to more new stuff. So to tell you more about themselves and their song, I'm going to hand over to Roly Botha on the Isle of Wight.
Hello. My name's Roly, and my pronouns are he, him. The transcript of what I'm saying here, along with the lyrics for my song, are linked to in the most recent tweet from my account, which is at Rolybotha, ROLYBOTHA. And the link to the transcript is also in the comments of this video. The song is captioned, so if you want to read along to it while watching the video, then you can. Thank you so much to Matt and Meg and Lucy and Adam for putting this together, and to the entire technical team for making it happen. It's great to have been asked to be here. Before I start, I just want to acknowledge that much of what we consider to be English or British culture is stolen from cultures that have been and continue to be oppressed by structures still present within the UK. Specifically in terms of music, without traditional African music or African American spirituals, we wouldn't have much of what we now consider to be modern Western music. Jazz, blues, rap, rock and pop music, amongst countless other things, are indebted to Black artists and artists of colour. So I've had to pre-record my performance tonight because of the pretty dodgy internet here on the Isle of Wight, which is a nice change from me panicking about my Wi-Fi during one of these performances. So the song that I'm going to be performing, that I recorded last night, is a totally new song that I started writing when I got asked to do Signal. I'm not entirely sure what it's for just yet. It's potentially for a project that I'm working on with my friend and longtime collaborator, Toby Clark. It's also potentially for something that I'm writing myself. I guess we'll just see what happens. at the time of writing, it doesn't actually have a proper title yet, though. I think Matt and the team have come up with one for it, so that's nice. It's kind of appropriate that I don't know where the song fits, because the whole song is about not knowing where one fits. It's sung by a character who's struggling with their identity and where they fit in the world and within their view of themselves. It's just non-stop angst, basically. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
I wish I had the word, I wish I knew the answers, but I don't even know what questions to ask. I'm looking for enlightenment, I'm drowning in the darkness. I swear I'd find my way if I knew where to start. What is happening? Where did I go? How's my shadow threatening everything I know? Why can't I figure out who to be? When did I lose me? Stop, look, okay, wait, I've got something to say, I just don't know the right way yet. It's not smart to start too fast, I wanna be ahead of myself, get caught off guard. It's hard trying to balance and manage, just trying to shake the paralysis, overcome the over analysis. I hate a lot of the choices I make, a lot, and joining dots between things that are not linked means I got more fears about being me than being not. It's even got to stealing thoughts from other people, Jesus, I just wanna be myself, but I can't stop. I wish I had the answers, I don't even know what I don't know. My mind is changing faster than I thought it was a moment ago. And what is happening? Where's my place? How am I supposed to build a person that's being erased? Why can't I figure out who to be? When do I become me? Well, I guess I gotta push against the screaming in my head, telling me there's nobody like me and I am broken, better off dead. I know it's true that I am sorry, I am not the man you wish I was. One day I will be the person that I've been waiting for.
Whoa, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Roly. I always say on these live streams that one of the things I love is being able to present songs that sound like music. I think that people have a preconceptions of what musical theatre sounds like, and I always say it can sound like anything, and it can indeed sound like that, which is not your traditional sound and is so exciting. And yeah, if that's the first song in a new idea, I can't wait to hear more. And yeah, you know, those of you who've watched these concerts before know that one of the aims of these concerts is to enable writers to have a place to show off work that is entirely new, and give them a sort of space and a safe space to show work where the paint is still wet. So thank you for sharing that with us, Roly, and for writing a song specially for this. That always means so much. So I just wanted to tell you before the next song that if you purchase a ticket tonight at alpmusicals.com/tickets, that all of the proceeds of tonight are going to MTPRIDE's causes, which are two incredible causes: gendered intelligence and UK Black Pride. So Whether you've been at one of our live streams before, whether you've been at an MT Pride event before, I would compel you, if you're joining us for this evening, please to buy a ticket. You don't have to, but it really does go to a good cause. And as I said, any help for the people, the little people at this moment is very much appreciated, and you can be assured that it's going to a very, very good cause. £5 per person is what we suggest. £20 is a solidarity ticket if you feel able to support those who might not be able to pay. But as I said, it's basically cheaper than a beer in a newly reopened lockdown pub, and a hell of a lot safer. All right, so on to our next artist. I'm so excited that she's joining us at a signal. She performed a song at Newsfeed, which was an ALP event that we did in December of last year at the Southwark Playhouse, which when artists responded to the news, and her song is still bouncing in my head. It was so damn catchy. And yeah, we wanted her to signal for a long time, and this is an incredible opportunity. So taking you now live to Eden Treadwell.
One, two, one, two, one.
Hiya! Hopefully I'm good and live. This is all pretty new to me. My name is Eden Treadwell. I'm a songwriter for pop and musical theatre, and I'm really happy to be here on this stream, particularly as I've been watching all the other queer musical events, and now I'm on it, and it's gone full circle. So this song is about queer identity. Shocker, I know. But it's about my particular love for queer identity, in that it's a very pulled together kind of messy thing. Like, some people like their labels, some people don't. But I feel like as queers, we pull from so many different influences. There aren't a lot of models and manuals for us to follow. So we kind of have this DIY, make it up as you go along vibe. And I think that's not only okay, but just something really beautiful. I didn't think about putting captions on this or anything. My bad. If anyone wants that, if anyone wants to know about this song, you can find me on Twitter at EdenOfficialUK. And I'm so pleased to be having Roshani Abbey singing this song, who, again, I was watching on the events and I was like, oh, I'm going to stalk her. She's great. So without further ado, the song is called Makeshift, an Untitled project. Maybe it'll end up somewhere else. Over to Roshani.
Pick up the pieces of all the things they ever told you. Discard the bits you don't need. Pack out an outline, crayon college, sew an image of who you're dreaming to be. Maybe pinks or blues, or maybe something in the middle. I'm not saying that you can't change your mind. Maybe something you can hang upon your heart or window to meet others of your kind. And maybe it's makeshift, but maybe you'll make it. Rocky was playing, I tried to get my friends to dress up. Said poems in a whisper. I went out dancing and someone opened arms out to me and said, my love, we've missed ya. Maybe flannel or leather, or boys today and girls tomorrow. I'm not saying that I won't change my mind. Maybe laughing or learning how to share and borrow with some others of my kind. And maybe it's makeshift, but maybe I'll make I've never seen him higher than when he had stockings on. Gather under the umbrella, catch the rhythm of the song. Oh, oh. And maybe it's makeshift, but maybe we'll make it. Oh, maybe it's makeshift. Whoa, maybe we'll make it. Whoa, maybe it's makeshift. Oh, maybe we'll make it.
Amazing.
People stop being so talented.
I know, Rashani is rather good. And Eden, what a beautiful song. Yeah, you having a nice time?
Yeah, I'm having a really nice time. And I'm very excited for our next one.
Yeah, me
as
too.
well.
Well, so you'll know this next pair as Signal Online stalwarts. They have been becoming internet famous through their show Public Domain, which we hope which we are going to have some 2020 news for you, which is exciting because who even has 2020 production news anymore? Everyone's thinking about 2021, but no, we're still doing the same thing and hurtling towards some 2020 news for you with that show. However, this isn't Public Domain today. This is a new show, right?
That we know nothing about.
Yeah, we were just in the chat before, just
it.
being like, "Oh, do you know what this show's about, Meg?" No, I don't know what it's about. Do you? No. But it's a new song. Anything else to say, Meg?
No, I'm just very excited for this to get stuck in my head, probably.
Yeah, they're good at head stickers. Is that a phrase? I don't think so. Anyway,
we
to
can
tell
make
you,
it a phrase.
Yeah, we'll make it a phrase. To tell you what this song is actually about, and to tell you what they've been up to, the incredible Forrestal and Clark.
Hello, I believe we're live. Cheska, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, you're there? I think we're live. I'm gonna hope we're live. Let's take it. We're live. We're totally live. I thought it was just gonna be me tonight, but we have Francesca Forrestal here as well. You've got the both of us. So we are today. Oh my gosh, are we live? I'm just checking messages to make sure that I am live. Yeah, I'm live. I'm so live. Hi, Jordan Clark, Francesca Forrestal. We are Forrest and Clark, and normally you'd expect us to be doing something from Public Domain, an exciting show you might have heard of. We can't give you any Public Domain updates tonight, but we have got some really cool news coming soon. So keep your eyes on our channels for some Public Domain updates with that. Or P.S. I'm a Terrible Person is our other show that we're super lucky to be workshopping in October, and we're casting at the minute. It's all really crazy exciting, which is great. But tonight we have something super different for you. Ain't that right, Cheska? Yes, she says. So what we have got tonight is a song from a project that we can't talk about loads. It's a commission that's kind of in the works at the minute, and it's in its super early days. But it's from a show that involves two characters, and they used to write together. Something Cheska and I know really well, and a lot of you guys will relate to. They used to write shows. They used to write musicals, and one of them, after years of successes together, one of them goes off to New York and owns it. He's like that guy that gets hired by Disney, that guy that writes all the good Broadway shows, and he leaves his co-writer at home. And what we were asked to do with this commission was write a song that expressed the pain of losing someone who's important to you creatively and important to you platonically. And Cheska and I got thinking, well, we want to write stuff about queer relationships that are platonic. Where are those stories? Where are those stories about the gay guy and the gay woman who are best friends? Where is that? And that's us. We relate to that so hard, and we want to try and tell some of those stories because that's just as important as so many other versions of that story. So what we have is a piece that we hope you guys enjoy called Everywhere I Look. The story is something we were given, and this is what we did with it. The video we made yesterday in the middle of the countryside. We went away for a little writing retreat. We've been bubbling. Social distance was exercised, promises. And we hope you enjoy. Have fun. Lots of love from Forrester and Clark.
The perfect little story, a sad and tired writer, and of course, I'm a teacher, yeah. And yep, you guessed it, I'm single. A cheap IKEA bedsit and Tesco's finest whiskey. I'm having a romantic night in writing. Nothing at all, and I can't even look at my phone. 'Cause every time I do, there's that guy I used to write stuff with. And you can't get away from it, no, you can't get away from it. No, you can't get away from it. 'Cause everywhere I look, there's you. In every little bloody thing I do, everywhere I go, I can't get away from you. You're there in all the papers, you pop up in my playlists. Your songs are on the radio, no one even listens to the radio. You're on those stupid talk shows, you're on my favourite podcasts. Every time I'm trying to write, I'm fighting that existential dread you get when your ex-writing partner gets a big successful Broadway show and you're just sat at home eating cheese, watching porn, and up hops a banner for his big successful Broadway show.
You can't get away from it, no, you can't get away from it, no, you can't get away from it.
And everywhere I look, there's you, doing all the things I'll never do. Every time I try, I can't get away from you. On the street when I go to buy a t-shirt, everywhere is you and you and...
It's a show about homelessness and renovating flats.
That's so deep.
Yeah, I think it's better than Cats.
On the bus?
Oh my days, have you heard this song? I'm sending in a headshot. I'm sending in a thong.
My mum on the phone.
I know we said we wouldn't go, but Linda bought us tickets and we couldn't say no.
People in the toilet? Oh, that's one of his tunes. Every time I hear a song I know you'd love, or every time I write a line I know you would have hated, every time I try to get you out of my life, you won't leave me alone. My morning cup of coffee, that cafe I still go to, while you're in New York doing everything we wanted. And I could have been there, but if I'd have made it there, would you have wanted me there anyway? Everywhere I look, there's... And yeah, I still adore the things you do. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I can't get away from you.
Whoa. Production values from Forrester and Clark. That was a great video. Yeah, you'll know I don't always let people do videos. except if they have terrible internet, because you know, I don't know if I've mentioned it every so often, but I'm really into the live experience. But you know, if you're going to do something like that, you can do a video. Thank you. I can't wait to hear more of that show in the coming weeks, months, years, and see what's next. All right, so you'll notice I'm back on my own, and that is because the next song is written by my co-host Meg McGrady. They wrote their first song with their sibling because they and their sibling were locked down together, so they started writing a musical. They premiered their first song from it at Signal Online 2 in the long ago past of April, which does now seem a while ago, and here is a new song from it. So it gives me great pleasure to send you now live to the McGradys.
Hi, I'm Laura McGrady, one half of the McGrady siblings writing duo with Meg, who you've already met. If you're a regular to Signal Online, you might remember us from Signal Online 2, I think it was, and our song from our musical Camp In Between. If you don't remember that, don't worry, I'm going to do a little recap. Our musical is set in a picture-perfect American-style summer camp, which is actually the afterlife. Camp In Between is a stop-off point for people who have died. It's a place for them to look back at their lives and reflect before they move on to whatever's next, whether that's better or worse, the good place or the bad place. The plot of Camp In Between is currently undergoing a major rethink, so I can't go into too much more detail. So Meg and I were trying to decide what to write for this Signal crossover with MTPRIDE. We wanted to keep developing Camp In Between, but with so much of the plot up in the air, it seemed silly to try and force a song. Thanks, Meg. To try and force a song from a moment in the musical. So we decided to use this as an opportunity to do a little bit of a character exercise. We wanted to get to know one of our characters a bit better. Kit. Kit is a teenage girl. We knew she was queer in some way, and we knew she was going to have a complicated relationship with that queerness, as a lot of teenagers do. We both certainly did. So it was through our exploration of that and trying to get to know Kit a little bit better that we came up with this song. A big thank you has to go out to Max Alexander Taylor, who you will hear playing guitar in the backing track for this song. And now I'm going to hand you back over to Meg, who's going to be singing our song from Camp In Between. This is Another Day.
Woo! Now I come in. Okay. Carpet between my toes, I'm bundled up, inhaling jelly. Saturday morning had the best show, staring blankly at the telly. There's a girl with a beanie. It's a cartoon, her hair in bunches. She fights the boys to share their lunches. I think she's really cool. Wish she went to my school. That girl with her beanie. Who are you? Could this be real? Am I a bit weird to feel the way you make me feel? After all, you're just a drawing on a screen and I'm just a kid. What's this gnawing in my stomach? Is it something that I do? I think I'll just move on and look the other way. I think it's best to deal with this another day. Whiff of stale t-shirts, punished for losing my pea kit. Someone else's netball skirt that doesn't even fit. I hate you and your skin. Look, I know it's wrong she's my teacher. I'm the choir and you're the preacher. Something in her style. Let me look for just a while at you and your snake. Who are you? Could this be real? Am I a bit weird to feel the way you make me feel? After all, you are the teacher of my class. I'm just a teen. What's this gnawing in my stomach? Is it bad? What does it mean? I think I'll just move on and look the other way. I think it's best to deal with this another day. There was Candeely on my TV, Kim Possible kicking ass, and at least 50% of teachers in my class. That barista when she laughed, Stevie Nicks with her witchcraft. There was Buffy and Sabrina, Mila Kunis as a ballerina. And I know I'm fooling no one, not even myself. I just keep putting these butterflies in a jar upon the shelf, and I know I'll have to let them out so they can fly away. I'm not even sure why I'm so scared that they might stay, and I know my fears and confusion are just another big cliche, but it's hard to put my finger on why I don't want to be gay, even though I know it's okay. It's okay. Who are you? Could this be real? Am I a bit weird to feel the way you make me feel? After all, you're my reflection. I know you through and through. What's this gnawing in my stomach? What does it mean? What do I do? I think I'll just move on and look the other way. I think it's best to deal with this another day. I can always deal with this another day.
They got an applause.
Well done, Meg.
That sibling hug was the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen.
I'm just excited. I loved The Good Place on TV. I love this kind of queer American camp Good Place that seems to be in the works. Yes.
It's very exciting.
Amazing. Well, that is our act one. That is our set one. We did
Got
it.
through it.
Well worth the wait, right?
Well worth the wait.
Definitely.
I'm having a lovely time. Anyone need to say anything before we take a short interval?
Have fun,
Be
drink
back.
some wine.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket.
Yeah, interval's always a good time to support amazing charities and artists by buying a ticket, alpmusicals.com/tickets. It's a great opportunity to get new viewers on board from wherever they might be in the world. So another chance for a tweet or some social media. And we love Meg's interpretive dance versions of what I'm saying, and yeah, I don't. Oh, and drink. Have some wine if you drink. Matt will, and we're going to see you at exactly 10 p.m. for set 2. So that's currently in 11 minutes, and we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you
in 10 minutes.
Bye.
See you in 10.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
How was everyone's interval?
Hello.
Yeah,
Mine was
too
good.
bad. Bar was rather busy. That's the only
Yeah.
problem. I think Neil was up there. Like, I don't know. I couldn't really see. It was so busy. But you know, got my gin ready for more magical musical theatre.
I'm singing in 2 numbers time, so I'm on the water for now. I've made a switcheroo, but as soon as I've sung, we'll be back on the Venus.
Good. So I think we're going to start set 2 with some facts from Meg McGrady. Tell us some facts, Meg.
Oh yes, some MTPRIDE stats. So I did some totaling up earlier. So throughout the whole of MTPRIDE, we have had 47 songs, 36 LGBTQ plus performers, 16 LGBTQ plus signal writers, 6 LGBTQ plus panelists at our MMD and MTN panel. At the moment, we've had about 2,000 views, not including this event, obviously. And before this, we had nearly raised £600 to split between our partner charities and our artist support fund. So I think we're doing quite well.
It's amazing.
Pretty well, but you know, we could always be doing better, raising more money for our lovely partner charities.
It's true. But I think I don't know, one of the things I've loved about this time has just been that anyone can have a theatre. Before lockdown, we were always having to ask people to let us perform or produce shows there. We don't have to ask anybody anymore. We can just do it. It's kind of nice.
Let's do it on here.
Which has been really enjoyable. And yeah, no other theatre, no theatre has been doing what MTPRIDE has for writing and new writing and performers, right? Tell us about it, Matt.
It's been so lovely. We're just going to bypass the gatekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that we say that, you know, we've done this on nearly not much of a budget. So if we can do it, you know, getting in so many queer performers and trans performers, no production ever has an excuse not to be able to find a queer or trans performer, honestly.
Very true. Matt, any reflections on MTPRIDE? Your brain baby?
Oh gosh, it's just magical how quickly communities can come together. I've never really had a queer community before, so it's been like personally very beautiful to all of a sudden meet these 2 wonderful people properly, and everyone I've spoken to. I know to find your place in the world a little bit more and help you realize things and all of that. It's been really magical. Like, just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you everyone who's been a part of it, shared it, and just made this mad 5 weeks as beautifully chaotic as they have been.
I mean, those of you who've listened before will maybe heard me talk about the bonfire as an idea, which is that, you know, instead of knocking on doors and wasting your energy on people who won't answer doors, the gatekeepers and such, you can just decide and go to a patch of land where no one else is and build a bonfire. And over the last 3 years with Signal, there's been this real sense of community and people coming together and being friends and colleagues and having these episodes where we all get to spend time together. And that's also just been such a lovely intersection with MTPRIDE. Christian Shawnee and I have been technically streaming the MTPRIDE events, and you see this incredible community of queer performers and writers, and in our chat groups and backstage, and it's, yeah, I just think you know, when in doubt, build a bonfire. If no one else is going to do it, we can do it.
Make it happen.
All right, so the next song, just to take a lead on the next song, but we can all say something. I am an outspoken Jewish man, and I always love it when when theatre is intersectional and when it celebrates all of the various intersections of writing and storytelling and performance. Right? We're not just here speaking for one minority. We're here for everyone.
Absolutely.
Effusive nods from all. And this next song is an intersection of queer and Jewish. Anything more to say coming up other than that? But I'm excited about that.
No, I'm just thrilled. And also just a reminder that any sort of activism that isn't intersectional isn't worth doing. So keep at it.
Agreed, and thank you. So without further ado, we go live to tell us about her song to Emily Rose Simons.
Hello. Hi. My name is Emily Rose Simons. I am the writer of the next song. I have a musical called Confessions of a Rabbi's Daughter, which, strange for Signal, it's actually a little bit old. I wrote it between 2012 and 2018. It was a very long process development, at least for like my younger self. It's a show about a rabbi's daughter, Orthodox rabbi's daughter, who is engaged to a guy called Nachum, and she realizes that actually she is in love with her best friend Sarah. And I am going to ruin it for you. It ends happily, but in a really in a place that isn't. In a place that is complex, and in that it's beautiful. I feel like there's a lot that has gone into this musical, as it was like my first musical, as me figuring out who I was, and a lot of that went into it. But I think a couple of years before this musical, I was at uni and someone quite angrily said to me, how can you kiss women but not eat pork? And that just like how can you not eat pork and kiss women, and how can you be like that? And it was very, very difficult and strange conversation. And as I was at uni, I was extremely drunk when having it. But this musical, I guess, is not a kind of answer to that, but it definitely is a reflection on that. And took many years of reflection. At the end of the musical, this is the song that you're about to hear, and it's called According to Your Will. It's where the main character, called Rachel, understands that she is a contradiction, and that she is proudly Orthodox Jewish, and also she's in love with Sarah. And she knows that having those two identities together will make her life a lot more complex and a lot more difficult to figure out. And she's going to stand there in that complexity, and she's going to go through it and find beauty in it and be thankful for it in this song. And I feel that that's a very important thing, especially even noticing there's lots of different kinds of narratives where you have someone from a certain kind of tradition or faith or background in film, television, books, and it's always an escape story. Well, not always, but there's so many escape stories, and this is not an escape story. This is a standing your ground story, if that, or trying to. The whole musical is online. It's on YouTube. You can find it through my website, which is songsforemilyrose.com. And who I have to sing it is an incredible person called Rachel Weston. She is the perfect person to sing this song. She has seen the show develop over the years. She saw the one night only 3-person version of it. She saw the latest version of it and how it's developed over time. I even performed it in her living room at one point. She is an incredible singer. She's classically trained. She's amazing. She is a Yiddish singer and teacher and master of Yiddish music and Yiddish singing. And she is also training to be a cantor, which is a Jewish song leader sort of thing, a chazan in synagogues. She is amazing and incredible. And I've talked for ages. This is her, and this is it. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, everybody. It would be easier to embrace this new kind of religion and let my tradition fade. Embrace the entirety of a life I don't believe in, but that's not how I was made. Would would be simpler to spend my whole life ensuring my heart was never displayed. To funnel all my thoughts into the words of the Torah, but that's not how I was made. I was made to live a life of contradiction and to see the complexity in every restriction. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani kiritzono. Blessed are you, Hashem our God, King of the universe, who has made me according to your will. It would be easier if humans were made in man's image with parameters from which we never strayed. Each person defined by their purpose in society, but that's not how we were made. It would be simpler to say that faith is an illusion, a con to hurt and degrade, to silence the yearning in the pit of my soul, but that's not how we were made. We were made to know love so strong that we could not resist, and the strength to fight for our right to exist. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani kiritzono. Blessed are you, Hashem our God, King of the universe, who has made me according to your will. You made the neshamot, the souls of my love and me, fit together perfectly. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani kiritzono. Blessed are you, Hashem our God, King of the universe, who has made me according to your will. Who has made me according to your will.
Wasn't that wonderful? Oh, so exciting. Do you know what? I've been really happy just getting to co-host this. It's, I remember going to my first Signal back in, was it Signal 6? And I remember right beforehand watching all the Signals up to then, just getting very excited. So I'm very happy to be here tonight. So our next song, so when we were planning this Signal, I wanted to make sure that it was as intersectional as possible, and I wanted a chance to meet some new writers. So I put up on a Facebook group called the Pear Tree, which is a musical theatre group for female, AFAB, non-binary or gender non-conforming writers, and the next writer messaged me a clip of this next song from their new show, Big Deal, and I have not stopped listening to it since I first heard it. So to tell you more about the song and their new show, it's Her and Fiechan.
Hi. We're Jacob and Gideon, writers of Big Deal, a modern reinterpretation of Much Ado About Nothing set in the cutthroat world of high school clique wars.
In this song, Triss, the smartest girl in school, tells off her ex Brooke, the hottest girl in school, for what she hopes will be the last time. Here to sing Smarter is Emily Qualman.
Remember back when we first met, you asked me for a cigarette, and I said I didn't smoke, and you said sure, looks like you do. I didn't know just what that meant, but for a year I was content to laugh along with inside jokes, as if I had a single clue. And each day you knocked me on the floor, each day my eyes looked into yours, until mine were opened wide, until the magic died. I can't go back to that, 'cause I know it's a road I've been down before, staring at the ceiling from your bathroom floor. It's gonna be goodbye, 'cause I'm jaded and faded from this fight. I'll be smarter, I'll be smarter. Remember sophomore winter break, we all drove up to Mystic Lake, to Holly's cabin in the woods, and we were freezing to the bone. Remember when you stole my sheets, you promised they were all asleep, and I promised I'd never tell, before I realized you'd let me wake up all alone. So thank God that that's all in the past. I was dumb to think that it could last. Maybe I misunderstood, but God, it was hot when it was good. I can't go back to that, 'cause I know it's a road I've been down before, staring at the ceiling from your bathroom floor. It's gonna be goodbye, 'cause I'm tired of liars and constant flakes. I'll be smarter, I'll be smarter. My history of straight girls goes on and on for days. I'm over the drunk experimentation, over being someone else's face, over the multitudes of straight girls that buy curious for hire. I'm finished playing games, playing with fire. I don't remember chlorine hair or watching you lose solitaire, but how you knew how to make me laugh just a little bit too hard. I don't remember how it hurt seeing you in my old shirt while you made out with some guy whose name you already forgot. So thank God I remember where I've been. Thank God you won't get under my skin. And I don't know if you turned, but I do know what I've learned. I can't go back, I won't go back to that, 'cause I know it's a road I've been down before, and it always ends with you slamming the door. It's gonna be the end, 'cause I'm sick of the fiction in your stare, making me believe in things that aren't there. I'll be smarter, I'll be smarter, I'll be smarter, fucking smarter, I'll be smarter if you let me be.
Whoa, thank you so much. Meg was not lying. That is a absolute tune. And what a performance. So thank you all so much for that. I'm just going to quickly tell you a little story about one of the co-producers tonight, Matt Powell. I met Matt when he was on his second year of Central, when he was given to me as an assistant director for a crazy avant-garde production of Into the Woods, which I directed. And I was a little jealous of how incredibly skilled and ingenious and passionate and talented he was, being that he was a lot younger than me. But, you know, I was then lucky enough to work with him on a bunch of other things. And he was going through a similar confusion to me in terms of to direct, to produce, or to do them both. And I'm really pleased that lockdown has offered him the opportunity not only to graduate into the professional world, but also to very much decide to do both and to be a producer who not only put together On Hope, which was an incredible thing that happened earlier in lockdown, and then to put together MTPRIDE. So yeah, big props to Matt for just sprinting into this new moment, and also to sprinting into this career. Here's a name that you're going to see around for years to come. And the next couple of songs kind of exist as a little bit of a Matt Powell theatricals showcase of sorts. I mean, it's funny, this whole thing of like having to put your name in your production company. It took me a while before I was comfortable calling what I did ALP musicals, because even though it's my name, it's a bit silly. Often the producer is a little bit invisible, and a lot of the curation and orchestration they do, you sometimes just need to put your name on it so that people can just kind of understand all of the various things that you're doing. And so I'm glad that ALP is joined in the world of new musical theatre by MPT. And the next song is by a writer who I've admired for at least a couple of years. I was hoping he would do Signal at some point, and it seems only right that he's doing it tonight. And not only that he's doing it with a new song from a brand new show, which is always my favorite. It's from a new podcast musical called, I had to look down because I'm holding lots of things in my brain right now, but Make Me Infamous. It's something he's working with Matt Powell on, and I'm so excited for him to tell you all about it. So here we go, live to the incredible Jude Taylor.
Hello everyone, my name's Jude. I am a writer and a composer, as you can tell by the conveniently placed keyboard behind me. I'm really excited to be making my Signal debut tonight, and very excited in particular because I'm able to share a brand new song from a brand new musical, as Adam has just said. This is a musical called Make Me Infamous. Now, I like writing musicals that are a bit fun and a bit silly, but have LGBT characters, queer characters at the heart of them, living unapologetically as themselves, living their best lives. So the last musical I wrote was about fairies. This one's about heroes and villains. Make Me Infamous is about a girl called Sloane who really wants to become a supervillain, but she's far too kind and far too nice, so she's not very good at it. But she finds that she's actually super good at writing songs, and she gets a bit of work composing theme tunes for celebrity supervillains. This starts to wind up some of the kind of the real sort of aspiring student supervillains. So they work together, they come up with a scheme to disguise themselves as a band and steal Sloane's work. It does not go to plan, partly because one of those students, a girl called Vix, begins to fall for Sloane. I wonder what happens next. I told you it was silly. I'm really excited that Matt Powell, the wonderful Matt Powell, is going to be producing this as a podcast musical. We're just about to produce this, remotely recording it with an incredible cast who I can't wait to tell you about further down the line, which we will be releasing hopefully in the autumn. It's been an incredible journey. Not one that we intended to take, but I'm super excited about it. So this song tonight is called Lifetime, and this is sung by the character Vix as she's trying to work through those wonderful but terrifying feelings for Sloane, who she should definitely not be falling for. Tonight I'm really so pleased to have Lucy Dixon singing Lifetime, and I just want to shout out the incredible George Strickland as well for the orchestrations on this track. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you. Here's Lifetime.
had a minute of your time, gave it one more second on my mind, then maybe, just for a lifetime, I could be in love with you. A little bit more honest with myself, a little less obsessed with staying well, then maybe, just for a lifetime, I could be in love with you. But we both know what comes of the fools who tear out their hearts. We both know for the dangerous places this shouldn't be where it starts. But what gives me the right to try to deceive you, just because I couldn't bear to leave you? Oh, oh, oh. I believe I've seen it in your face. Yeah, no, I've seen you on the case. And I believe one day in this lifetime you could be in love with me. I'm not sure we'll ever speak of this. I'm not sure I want to take the risk. But I pray that once in this lifetime you'll know I'm in love with you. And I know that I'd be good for you and you good for me. And I know you know I would do anything to keep you this happy. But who am I to try to pretend we'd make it work if we weren't just friends? That's not how this stuff ends. I know that this wasn't in the plan. Every day I'm doing all I can, leaving breadcrumbs, little treasures, hoping you'll piece it together, just so you know, now and forever, I am in love with you.
Wow, Lucy, that was amazing.
Such a beautiful song, such a beautiful performance.
Thank you. You having a nice time still, Meg?
I'm having a lovely time. I've got me some Coke. I've had some chocolate now that I've done singing. So yeah, good.
Is singing bad for the voice? Is chocolate bad for the voice? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have to sing much. My voice, I feel like my voice has got gradually lower as these signal streams have gone on. It's just too. I'm used to doing them every 3 months, but the lockdown schedule is punishing.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but rewarding. All right, I think we're going to take a leap ahead in the schedule. We were meant to be going to Lewis, but as is the world of live theatre, he's had to reboot his computer. I thought we'd let you know. This stuff happens. A lot of the time we manage to keep it entirely behind the scenes. You'll be amazed at the juggling and the noises off style backstage that's happening back here. But yeah. So we're gonna skip ahead to a writing team and a writer that we're so pleased to be part of this and our community. He performed well. The writer who you're going to see performing, I just feel like I should leave the names for a surprise, but you've seen the program. But performed at the first ever Signal in 2017, and has been a friend of Signal with his writing partner for years, literally years. Did 5 live Signals, did Signal Online too, and we're so pleased that they are back for Signal X MTPRIDE. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the song, Meg?
I don't know much. I haven't heard it yet.
Oh.
But I know it's from a brand new show with which is being written for Courtney Act.
No big deal.
You know, no big deal. Big drag name.
Awesome. So, and the other thing I was, this writer always plays the piano at Signal, and I discovered today, of course, he plays the guitar too, and you're about to discuss. I know, it's just kind of irritating.
Too talented. Too talented.
This level of talent. So, without further ado, we're going to take you to, well, the writing team, Toby Marlowe, Lucy Moss, and Zach Ghazi Torbati, and Courtney Act. But we're going to take you live now to Toby Marlowe. One.
Hi, hello, hi. Toby Marlowe here. And am I on? Yeah, cool. Just want to say hi. I've been enjoying the evening so much so far. Such amazing talented writers, such amazing talented performers. If you've also been enjoying it, please find their GoFundMe and donate to Gendered Intelligence and UK Black Pride, the amazing organisations they're raising money for. Because if you enjoy it as much as I have, go do it. This is a song that's written by me, Lucy Moss, Darcy Torbat, and Act. For a show that Courtney Act is doing called Fluid, which is actually going on a European tour next spring, so check that out on her website. And it is a pop show that explores fluidity in all forms. It explores gender, even a couple of bodily fluids. That's something to look at. You can buy tickets. This song called In Between came from that we were having with Courtney writing about her gender identity and her gender expression, and the it's kind of like in an in-between state, both in and outside of drag. And I kind of like as we were writing it, and I've been the lyrics talk a lot journey, and the more I've been thinking about the song and the more journey, I kind of very much resonate as I'm at the moment. So I've got to be singing it at this event with such performers. Between. And I see my flesh, frightened to look at my face. What will I see in my complexion that I can't bear to give space? When I reflect back on that time, oh, I wish that I could see. If I looked in the mirror, I could find who I'm supposed to be. I'm in between, living in the middle, in between, never really knowing how I'm seen, terrified of where there's no returning. Looking in the mirror, who I see, it's not the only person I could be, but I know for now I'm on a journey. 'Cause I'm in between, I'm in between. I'm in between. Why can't I see my reflection? Trying to find with all this space in between. Where I reflect back on that wish that I could see the person in the mirror wasn't me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle between every how I'm seen, and I don't even know which way I'm turned. Looking in the mirror, who I see is not the only person I could be. 'Cause I'm the now I can see as me walking with a I'm in the between. It's back on that time. Oh, I'm glad that I could see the person in the mirror was me. That's who I'm to be. Oh, I'm knowing how I'm learning. I see it's not the only person. But for now I'm on a journey. Oh, I'm in between.
What a beautiful song. So beautiful. What a beautiful song. And I'm so excited to hear the full show when it eventually gets out into the world. And sorry about any internet issues. It's proof that we're live, folks, that we're doing this all teching backstage while stuff is going on in front of you for your eyes. Our next writer, we're going back a bit now to the Matt Powell Theatricals extravaganza, is from a new show called Snowflake, and it's called Change the Plot, and it's written by Lewis Corney, who is fairly new to the writing scene, but is an actor who's been in shows like Book of Mormon, and also came on board to this project 24 hours ago, so this is not only fresh writing, but we're also super thankful that they came on board at such late notice. So to tell you more about the Snowflake, I'm going to hand you over to Lewis.
Great. Hello. I'm live. Oh, hello. So yes, I'm Lewis. I'm an actor and writer. And this is from Snowflake. It's called Change the Plot. Snowflake I've been writing for about a year and a half. And it's basically like the classic coming out story, but it flips it on its head. And it focuses on a guy called Tom, who meets this amazing girl called Jess. And they form a really great relationship. But then they realise there's something more, and they sleep together. And then it's all about challenging the box that you and society has put yourself in. And yes, what else do I need to say? Well, there's a Twitter page, and Matt Powell, as Meg said, is working with me on the Twitter and helping produce some stuff for that. There's some exciting stuff coming, some exciting content, and that is Snowflake Muse, M-U-S. And I'm Lewis Corney on Twitter, Lewis Corney 1, I think. Right, let me get the song up. What if I don't want to? What if I don't want to change the plot? 'Cause different is...
Whew, sorry to cut away from Lewis there while he's singing, but as you probably know, he was just singing a cappella because he had not rooted his sound correctly, or which for any of you don't know, sound routing is when you use virtual audio interfaces to put the track through your computer and into a live stream, and that leads to excellent sound quality. But yeah, there are some stages involved in it, and it seems one was missed. But we'll be back on any second and letting you know about that. So unexpectedly, you got me. Reminding you once again that this is live. It's funny, I did a concert a couple of weeks ago for newukmusicals.co.uk, an amazing website where people can buy sheet music. Shout out to them, shout out to Darren Clark. And I love doing it so much, but every song in it was a video. So it was my first time doing a show where there was no live performance. And videos are great, but like we're so used to seeing videos on YouTube that are like that we can watch whenever we want, that it somehow took the crackle out of it. And again, it sort of reminded me as we were doing it why I love the risk of live performance. And what I'll say is, yeah, there are internet issues. Yeah, there are things that aren't perfect about these streams, but we're all here together. Like literally everyone that you're seeing tonight, we're all here in a digital space together. We're on a chat backstage. You're seeing us live from all over the world. And I continue, maybe alone, to find that impossibly moving. And that communality and that kind of bringing together of people at a time when we're feeling so isolated and lonely is very special to me. And what I will say is, all of these songs, you're going to hear more polished demos in the coming weeks and months. You're going to see beautifully produced videos. You're going to get into theatres to see them. What we're going for here is that live experience. That live experience that isn't always perfect like everything else, that is human and uncertain. But for me, theatre is all about uncertainty and being human. Anyway, I've talked way longer than it needed to fix that problem. Fixing that problem took about 10 seconds, but this is just a reminder from me on what is now the 11th live concert I've produced in lockdown, to just say thanks everyone for sticking with these concerts and for being part of them and for watching them. It means a lot, and we've been learning so much as we go, and thank you for buying in and for being part of it. We really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. All right, heading back to the incredible Lewis Cornet.
I'm live. Hello. So sorry about that. And also I realised I didn't give any context for the song. The song is like the 11 o'clock number for Tom, and it's when he learns to accept his feelings for Jess. The music should work this time. What if I don't want to? What if I don't want to change the plot? 'Cause different is my normal, and normal is my different. So I change that, and for what? Life's a bit more stable with a label I've now forgot. And what if I don't want to? Maybe I don't want to change the plot. I'm the weird one, I'm the queer one, and never sincere hun. But why not? No, I'm the gay best friend, chicken nugget wingman. We dance and stop with our rainbow flag clown. We medicate ourselves with yet another tequila shot. And when the night is through, we sing a song or two of the tragic tragedy of all the boys we haven't got. I don't want to change that narrative, cause look at the comparative. I don't want to be boring in some retro hetero plot. Fuck, this is a lot. I've worked so hard to change my story, but then the penny dropped and I thought I loved myself. So what is this horror story where gay boy meets girl and she's the best, and then you find yourself waking up in her bed with this sense of dread, but some sort of thrill, cause she's touched a nerve inside you, you wanted to keep still. Could she be the one that's so senseless it makes sense, a story with a better sequel, and my life in present tense? Shouldn't I be happy? Shouldn't I be overjoyed? At last I've got a life that's normal, but this is anything but normal. It's time to stop controlling, stop rolling with the rhythms of her. This is unconventional convention that is unintentional. I've let too many people tell me who I am. I'm sure they meant it well, but why can I be someone else? Why can I be someone else? Why can I be someone else? Maybe I don't want to, but I know I've got to change the plot. She's the pencil, I'm the paper. It's time that I let her change the plot.
Wow.
What an incredible song.
Thanks,
Oh.
Lewis. And what an amazing voice. Yeah.
Exactly, honestly. Oh, I feel so... Oh, I'm just so happy with how this is all going.
Me too. But all good things, they must come to an end, right?
Yeah.
Thank you
MT
so
Pride
much.
has been a joy for like, however, 5 weeks. We've only been doing this 5 weeks. We started planning it 5 weeks ago, and then 3 weeks ago we had our first show. So it's incredible how much we've done in such a short amount of time.
It really is.
And thank you for having us, Adam, in this last...
No, it's long been on my mind to want to do Signal collaborations, because there are so many incredible producers and curators working within musical theatre, and bringing them together is very moving to me, because I love communities and I love writers. And yeah, just a quick in reference to what I said about sound routing earlier, Christian Chorney and myself, just big shout out to Christian Chorney, who's working technically backstage and making sure everything runs in this kind of miraculous live streamed world. It is mad. I mean, so much of the innovation for this has come from Chris, and when you watch people on TV doing live streams from multi-locations, we can like confidently say that no one's ahead of us, because it's a new frontier for us all. But one of the things we kept coming into contact with was people with poorly rooted sound, so much so that Chris and I, along with Richard Williamson, who's an amazing technician and lighting designer, made a literal app for Mac OS only at the moment, but with more plans on the way. It's called Stage Sound. You can download it at stagesound.net, and nearly every performance with a backing track tonight has used Sound Stage to route its sound. So when you hear really good sound on a backing track with a singer live performed, it's using Stage Sound. So if you're someone who teaches singing, or if you're someone who has a choir, or if you're someone who is auditioning or wanting to make self-tapes, or wanting to, live meet people, it can do that. If you're singing and have a backing track, it will make it so easy, and you can find it at stagesound.net. And sorry for the plug, but like, I really passionately believe in it. It's really, really cheap, and much, much cheaper than anything that is even in the same ballpark for what it does. So if you've got a Mac and you just need headphones, you don't even need any posh mics, and it will massively up your game. So
it's also incredibly easy to use. Just to say, like, it was my first time using it today, and I got it in like 5 seconds. Like, it's very simply laid out and very easy to use.
Thanks, Meg. All right, so you've heard 11 new songs, and you're about to hear the 12th and final. Do you want to cue it up for us, Meg?
Yeah, of course. It's our big send off. So the next song is another writer who I haven't stopped listening to since Lucy recommended them to me. They are the winner of the Write Out Loud competition in 2019, and tonight they're going to be presenting a new song from their new show, Ghostwriters, an indie pop musical that tells the story of two teenage artists coming of age while coming out in a queer small town. So to tell you more about the show is Jariah Kwame.
Hi guys, my name is Jariah Kwame. Like she mentioned, I am a pop and MT writer from the US. I'm best known for the lesbian MT anthem that is Little Miss Perfect by Taylor Louderman, the Tony nominee and an amazing collaborator, and I appreciate her so much, so shout out to her. You can follow me on my handles at Jariah Kwame everywhere. My website is jariahkwame.com if you want to check up on any upcoming projects that are coming up. And like they mentioned, this number is from a show that I'm working on called Ghostwriters. And yeah, it's pretty much diving into a lot of the issues that a lot of the queer kids in high schools now are dealing with. Their schools not acknowledging their existence and helping them have an easier time in their spaces, and especially the artistic kids who are also growing in that way, having that extra layer keeping them in is something that I'm very interested in. And it's also just a coming of age story, and I think it's really important that representation is seen in musical theater more, not just the token gay kid being in one scene or looking a specific way, but having all demographics and all people represented in that narrative. In this song called Six Sides, Elle, our non-binary character, is being interviewed by the school paper about their experience as a queer student at their closed-minded high school. They lament that what bothers them most is being expected to fit in a box. This is Six Sides, performed by the wonderful Beth Hinton-Leva. Take it away, Beth.
Back to me again. Not something you're expecting, not something I was expecting, but Beth has deafened herself in our chat app, which means that we're not able to tell her that she is live. So we're just waiting for her to acknowledge us. It's a strange thing. We phoned her, we've texted her. I can see her, but she can't hear me. I guess you just get a little bit more of me, which is a shame. I think she's back. I can see that she's undeafened. Okay. Sorry, that's like sounds slightly grim, the idea of deafening yourself, but our chat app allows you to deafen yourself, which is useful. Okay, all right. She can hear me. And it gives me great pleasure to take you live to... wait a second. I'm just going to hold off a second. Brilliant. Okay. I'm going to take you live to Beth now. Useful. Okay. All right. She can hear me. And it gives me great...
I don't wanna be a voice for anybody but me. I don't wanna answer your questions for your case study. I don't wanna be a role model. Some days I don't wanna be alive, 'cause even I don't understand this mess I feel inside. I don't wanna check a box just because I have to. And if I wanna paint my my nails but play with trucks. Why do you give a fuck? Your lack of acceptance matched with aggression gives the impression that you are feeling small yourself. So you must understand. It feels almost like a prison, a factory of inhibition, identity prohibition. Why won't anybody listen? Oh, 6 sides can't hold me. Your eyes don't show you what's inside. My body hides a soul you wouldn't recognize. 'Cause 6 sides can't hold me. Trust me, I've tried to just ignore. I won't do that anymore. It's just the way that I was born. If I could choose to live without the stress, I probably would. If you don't see yourself in Nashville, Broadway or Hollywood, it can feel like you're alone, but the moments when you own it and control your story makes this world of black and white seem far less boring. So I raise my middle finger to the bigotry that lingers from the dinosaurs who just can't comprehend that 6 sides can't hold me. Your eyes don't show you what's inside. My body hides a soul you wouldn't recognize. 'Cause 6 sides can't hold me. Trust me, I've tried to just ignore. I won't do that anymore. It's just the way that I was born. It's the only life we're given, so we can't just spend it hidden in the shadows of our flaws. No more time for second guessing, holding on to or repressing. We gotta let the world know we are here. We are here, yes, we are here. Trust me, I've tried to just ignore. I won't do that anymore. It's just the way that I was born, and I'll stay just the way that I was born.
Thank you so much, Beth. We got there in the end. The joy, the joy of the internet and of people. Thank you so much for joining us and all of your audience. I'm going to leave the final words to my 3 incredible co-producers and co-curators. So take it away, you 3.
Thank you so much for being here tonight. It's been so lovely. Like, again, it's joined together 2 things I'm hugely passionate about: new musical theatre writing and telling queer stories. And there's something really special about hearing queer stories told by queer individuals, especially when those stories are also written by queer individuals. So it's been a dream, and thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
Yes.
and just to give a absolutely massive shout out to the wonderful Adam and Chris for their amazing technical work, not just this week but over the past 3 weeks, making these streams just so beautiful and bringing all of this to life. It's been so lovely to work with them, and I'll say it to the 2 people above me as well. A huge thanks to Meg and Lucy for co-curating this monster of a 5 weeks that I don't think any of us could have predicted, but it's happened and it's been really wonderful. And thank you to all the performers and people who've joined us along the way. Meg.
Yeah, I just thank you for coming to be a part of this wonderful festival, and we hope that we can carry on this work into the rest of the year, because Pride is not just a month, it is a movement, and it is also about being proud the whole year round and elevating queer work all the time. Please don't forget, if you can, to buy a ticket tonight. Like I said, all our money is going towards an artist fund to help pay some of these amazing performers, and also to help cover some of our costs. But also we're going to be giving half our profits to UK Black Pride and Gendered Intelligence, to charities that are both close to all of our hearts. And thank you for being a part of this wonderful, wonderful festival. And here's to hopefully MT Pride 2021. No promises, but it would be nice.
Yes. In short, yes. Just all the yes.
All right. That's goodbye. Bye from me. That's goodbye from our first Signal collab, and that's bye from MPT. Goodbye from Queerly Productions. And we're really pleased you joined us. Make sure, if you had a nice time, to like and subscribe and share and all that stuff. And you'll hear from us all soon. Bye.
Yes. See you. Bye.